Hey, hi, hello, and welcome to the Angel Show of History. On today's episode, we will be discussing how men suck, aka why we created feminism. Just kidding, men don't suck. But they used to. If we take it all the way back to the Neolithic age, we can see that women were viewed as equals in society alongside men. Women did work at home, but they also tended to the farm, while the men did the hunting, because women were not viewed as physically fit enough. Despite this, men still relied on them and knew they were a valuable asset to survival. Fast forwarding to the classical period, women were occasionally allowed to hold higher positions, but were still inferior to men. Although in many social situations there was a large prejudice against women, they still somewhat had similar legal rights. Now let's go to the West. Yeehaw!
Not that West.
Oh. Women in Rome were deemed necessary for the security and survival of Rome, but could not hold political, religious, or social power. Unless women were born into wealthy families, they held no political position or power. Even if women were educated and scholarly, they had no political impact, unless they were rich enough to pay to do it through private negotiations. This may not seem like sexism, but when a woman has to work harder to get to the same place as a man, then yes, it is sexism. Now, if we take it forward to the 19th century feminism, we will see the good old feminine ideal, or the cult of domesticity, which was the rebirth of Victorian ideals that women needed to be proper and pure. Ugh. Which leads us to the first wave of feminism, the 19th and early 20th century feminism activity in the English-speaking world that sought to win women's suffrage, female education rights, better working conditions, and abolition of gender double standards. First wave feminism led to the 19th Amendment, which gave the woman the right to vote in America.
Woo!
Woo! As seen by our thought bubble, women of any color, religious group, and ethnicity are now able to vote and have a say in the future of their country. Woo! Miss Kumbo, haven't women had the same rights as men for thousands of years now? Oh, how adorable, me from the past. It's a nice idea, although this is not the case for all countries. Some countries took a long time to allow women to vote, such as the United Arab Emirates, which only allowed women to vote in 2006, and Saudi Arabia, which only allowed women the right to vote in 2011, 6 years ago. They still had laws against the vote of a woman, solely because of the fact that they were female. Speaking of 6 years ago, what up present times? How are you going to tell me that in 2017, women still are not viewed as equals? Here and now in 2017, women all over the world are still fighting tooth and nail just to be equals with men. This is for some reason so damn hard for the male ego to swallow. A common misconception on feminism is that women want to have more rights than men and therefore view themselves as superior, when in fact that's not the case. Women simply want to be equal to men and be respected as much as they are. As Angelica Schuyler said, "You want a revolution? I want a revelation. So listen to my declaration. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal. And when I meet Thomas Jefferson, I'ma compel him to include women in the sequel. Work." It's not that hard to treat a woman like a human being. And that leads us to our open letter. Dear men, after years of oppression and sexism, us women forgive you. Because now women are doing big things. Without strong women like Mary Wollstonecraft, who wrote A Vindication of the Rights of Woman, we wouldn't have had a true strong woman to look up to and lead the way to getting our equality. So although you put us through some crazy obstacles to be accepted and receive our basic human rights, we thank you because you've created some strong women, and we will continue getting stronger.
That's gonna be a blooper.